Finally, Grandma asked the important question we keep asking ourselves this entire series so far. How could you not tell it's not down there? He's like, I'm just happy the shaft's back. It's like, but you couldn't tell that those aren't down there? Like, again, maybe it's different sizes. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that whole thing there, but it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't compute in my head how you do not know. But anyways, good episode. Episode 5 of Dandadan. I not overall felt like a really like action-packed episode like the previous episodes. I think we're having a little bit of a cool down time here, but honestly, a lot of cool stuff happening here. I think a lot of great stuff around Ayase and Okarun. Really around, okay, you're doing really great outside of school. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people have experienced, this idea that when you're out of school, you're just hanging out with somebody, you get along really well. But when you get back in school, when you're around other people and you have like social constructs that are kind of coming down upon you, other people joining the fray, it does sort of muddy things up. And I think that's what they have experienced with this whole episode. Yes, finally coming there. Initially, Okarun kind of being a little bit nervous. Do I say hi to her? Is she really going to be my friend? That kind of thing. Oh, she's probably waiting for somebody else. I'll better act like I don't see her or whatever. And then she just kind of nudged in there. Hey, I'm not going to let you be invisible. At first, I was really upset because I'm like, oh, that's gotta hurt. Like for Ayase, she's obviously there waiting for him. And to have him kind of walk right by, it's almost like a rejection. And I was like, ooh, ouch. But no, she's like, nah, I'm not gonna let it happen. Bumping him. Hey, you're late. I was like, yeah, girl, get him, girl. I was like, the big old grin on my face. I absolutely loved it. But yes, just really kind of getting into the fact that the two of them just want to talk to each other. With Ayase, she really badly wants to learn more about aliens. Again, this is a girl who her entire life has not believed in aliens, and she even rejected it when they first met. Now she wants to learn more. Like, she's telling him about all the things those aliens did, and then talking about the idea of the fact that they were all males and wanting to know what kind of underwear they wear. I like the fact that the one important question she wants to ask, do they wear underwear? What kind of underwear do they wear? What kind of things they eat? All those kind of things. And him on the opposite side, he wants to learn more about spirits and ghosts and whatnot because, again, it's something that he's rejected. So they're both kind of geeking out over what they've just experienced, and which makes sense. They both have had their eyes open to the realities of the world, and the other person is kind of an expert on it. So they both become geeks of their opposite fandoms. And I kind of like that aspect. It's a way to have the two of them want to converse with each other. They want to know more. And it's really the fact that both of them almost share a secret. That's a big thing as well. Both of them share a secret together that they both experience something that nobody else is going to believe in. So their only outlet for this new discovery is each other. So it kind of does open the door to that. Yes, the other side of it is them both not realizing the reason they want to hang out is because they like each other and they want to spend more time with each other. But it's cute to have the logical side of it, the front-facing side of it is just they want to converse. And so yeah, that's why in the classroom they constantly want to talk. They want to talk. But that opens a door to, like I said, the aspect of the public. The public ruins things. That way, yes, we have this scene where they're both trying to find each other. They think each other is avoiding each other. They start to have the doubts that they want to be public with each other. And then suddenly they kiss. We have the kiss. It was really cute. I thought that they pulled that off really well. That just like, and that little sound effect made my teeth hurt. That little sound effect made my teeth, oh, ow, ow, yes, ow, ow, ow. But no. Having somebody else come in the picture where they're bantering at each other like usual. They've done this before. This is the key thing here. They've done this before. They're constantly just nagging at each other. Constantly just berating each other with insults. They did it before, and they worked it out. It's never affected them. They're good. Their chemistry is good. They understand that they pick at each other, and they fully understand each other. It never becomes a wound. It's always just kind of banter. Now, suddenly, these other two girls show up, and then later on in the classroom, suddenly other people are involved, and it makes it worse. Even one of Ayase's friends mentioned the idea, if you're just friends, you usually just let this stuff go. But it's different this time. For some reason, it's different this time. Very interesting. Not that Ayase is embarrassed to be around Okarun, but just for some reason, now Okarun rejecting her in front of those two friends earlier, suddenly it hurts more. Suddenly there's like this discomfort with people around. I think it's a very interesting addition, but at the same time, makes perfect sense to me. Having other people involved almost cements a lot of those comments that normally they would have brushed off. And yes, it also is kind of opening the door a little bit here that Okarun's different. For some reason, Okarun is different. With everybody else, she just brushes it off. But here, it's different. Now it's hurting her when that's said. But yeah, it was a really cool little kind of thing they added to the whole situation here is What do you do in public? Because I think that is a massive question mark. Again, because I've had experience in the past where I'm friends with somebody during like summer break or something like that. And then suddenly when you get to school, you never talk to each other. They have their friends and you're not friends with their friends. And thus suddenly everything kind of breaks. It all kind of falls apart. With this situation here, it is a male and female situation as well. So it compounds on top of it, which I don't have experience with that specifically of like, again, meeting somebody outside and then going to school and then not wanting to hang out. It's a different dynamic, especially for the two of them, because it is male and female. And thus you have, she's with her girls and he's with he doesn't have guys, but he would be, some people would be with guys, and that makes it difficult as well. Anyways, that aside. Yes, we get the introduction of the bully. We get an introduction of the bully. There was a couple of comments that I seen last week when everybody was talking about the preview for the next episode. And here's this new girl. And there's some people going, oh my gosh, this girl. And then there's a bunch of people that are just posting saying, everybody freaking out about this new girl in the PV. They don't know yet. They're not going to like her for much longer. I'm certain that she's going to be more specific going forward. She looks too unique that I don't think this is going to be it. The PV for the next episode kind of insinuates something as well. But yeah, this girl that apparently likes to have people that she views as scum fawn over her. So yeah, she bumps into Okarun and gets all cutesy with him, gets him to like her, and then she walks away and then starts to bicker with her friend about how, yeah, it's so fun having scum want you that badly. Yeah, she's a manipulator, and Ayase caught wind of it. Drop a wash pan on top of her head. That looked like a hurt. I'm sorry. I actually clipped it to put on Twitter, and I had to look at it again, and it's like, damn. Her head came down probably 2 feet. That pan hit hard. Her foot gets pushed out. Like, that pan hit hard. Yeah, don't bully Okarun. The moral of today's episode is do not bully Okarun, especially in front of Ayase. That was super good. Ayase just knocking her out and then grabbing Okarun. Girls can't understand how great you are. It was good. There's another reason why I don't think this is over is because I think that was a declaration. Like, Ayase saying that I think is going to provoke this girl. And I think this girl is probably going to try to compete with Ayase, which I don't like. I personally don't like these types of stories where, yes, Ayase is basically getting pretty catty with her, saying, don't touch my boy. And she's basically declaring in front of this girl that I like Okarun and I am attracted to Okarun. And you don't understand that. And it's probably going to turn into a thing where now Aira, I think her name was Aira, she's going to compete with Ayase to try to get Okarun. I hate that. I don't really like that story beat. I've never experienced something like that, so I don't see it being something logically that would happen. I can see it turning into a thing where she will make Okarun's life miserable in order to get back at Ayase, but I don't see her getting with Okarun in order to get back at Ayase. Yes, it sort of makes sense in storytelling because it would put it in the idea that probably she views that she can get any man, and she's going to prove it to Ayase by getting him. But I hate it. I really do hate it. I just think it's dumb. But they're probably going to do that. We'll see. We'll see. But it was still good. Ayase protecting her boy. I just, in the end of the day, I think this series at the end of the day is probably to turn to the fact that I think Ayase is one of the best female characters in so many series. Like, I just absolutely adore this girl. She is too freaking cool. She's a badass. She kicks total butt. She protects Okarun, and she protects Okarun from bullies. I love it. Anyways, that aside, yes, we get the afterwards where she's like, I'm sorry. After the whole kiss thing, I got a little embarrassed and I got a little flustered and I said things I shouldn't have said. All that kind of stuff. They apologize. But Okarun doesn't care because Okarun has discovered something. His things are missing. I got this back, but these things are missing. That was so dorky when he did first come to that one classroom. He just stand there like this. And they're like, oh, he's one of those people. Yeah, embarrassing. Anyways, yes, he's missing his things. And again, Grandma asked the important question, why did you not notice? They're kind of there. How do you not notice? And he's like, I got the shaft back, so I was like, okay. And he's like, don't call it that because you're making it sound like it's bigger than it is. You got a pencil thing. You've never seen it. Well, I guess I'm going to look at it. No, your spirit. That was good. I also the entire time she's just busting up laughing. Like, that say you just had, I just have in cases like that, I have that mental image of this recording booth with the Seiyu standing there, and they're just I don't know, somebody just sit there tickling him or something like that in order to laugh that much. Yeah, it sounded like she lost it for a little bit there. Like she was losing the laugh at some point in her recording, but she still did a great job. Great laugh. But no, that's when we get into looking for the spirit, slapping with this fan that apparently drives out evil spirits, while at the same time, Ayase has to see when it changes its color. His spirit changes color, so she can grab it and pull it out. And they pull it into the kitty cat. Kitty cat runs away. They chase it down. Ayase uses her ability in a new way where she's able to kind of see like X-ray vision throughout the house and grab it from a distance, which is really cool. And that's when we find out, yes, the cat thing they have, this Manaki Neko, this little cat statue, now has Turbo Granny in it. Yes, my prediction came true. We're not done with Turbo Granny. She's still around. In her last moments, when she was about to be perished, she hid inside of Okarun. And she's been waiting to build up her strength in order to kill them both. And she's not going to give the Huevos back because, yeah, she's got the power. And wants Okarun to kill them both. It's like, you know the Okarun's not going to do that. I do like the fact that it enrages him so much that he does transform. So we do find out how we're going to have Okarun still have power. Because that was a question mark I had. If they're going to have this series continue on, and Turbo Granny was killed, what happens with Okarun? My assumption there was that whenever they'd go to do something else, he's going to get possessed by something else, and he's going to get power from those things. But no, we're establishing here, they basically stole her power. They kicked her out, but stole her power. So he's able to actually transform whenever he gets emotional. So his power is going to trigger from emotion, like most series. But no, they flip it on her head, and the idea of give us this back, and we'll give your power back. But additionally, and I like this, I really like this because this is a nice little addition from the previous episode. Ayase trying to essentially give an olive branch out there. Like, let's be friends. Acknowledging that, yes, Turbo Granny was just as broke up about these girls as she was. When I seen those girls, those spirits of those girls, you were protecting those. Those were things that you were taking care of. We both see eye to eye. Let's be peaceful here. So it is sort of, I don't know if this is going to last very long. I'm sure that Turbo Granny is going to continue to be an absolute snot. I'm sure they're going to be constantly at odds with each other. At least Turbo Granny with Grandma. I think the two of them are constantly going to, I think that's going to be an ongoing shtick, is Turbo Granny does something stupid, and then here comes Grandma with this fan to slap it. That's going to be a constant joke I can see. But at least with Ayase, it does look like she kind of sees eye to eye with Turbo Granny. You were a yokai that was looking after these spirits. You did see the pain they had, and you were helping them, which is cool. I don't know how long it'll last. I just don't know how long it'll last. But yes, she agrees to give them back, but unfortunately it's not here. I dropped them somewhere. I guess the question mark is, does she know where? Is it oops, I dropped it, or I'm hiding it so that I can still have the advantage here? Because that can turn it into something that'll be a long running, but we'll see. Anyways, solid episode. Really enjoyed it. Really cool insights into their relationship. And again, kind of extending the story a little bit further. We'll see where it goes from here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, hit the like button down below, comment, let me know it's the value episode. Additionally, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe before you leave. If you like this content, you want to support the channel more, I have links in the description below. Greatly appreciate what it does. Until next time, take care.